Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2020 or College Football Predictions Week 8 show, where I, Nikki D, tell you who I think is going to lose, who I think is going to win when it comes to Week 8 in the top 25 of college football. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. I hope everybody is going to continue to have a wonderful day. And without further ado, let's get to our first matchup that we have on the 2024 College Football Week 8 prediction show. We have the East Carolina Pirates going on the road into West Point, New York to take on number 23 Army. And I think Army is going to do great in this matchup. They are 6-0 on the year. They are one of America's Cinderella stories. And East Carolina might get up a couple of scores, but at the end of the day, I think Army's passing game is going to be too much, as I'm picking number 23 Army to beat East Carolina. And in our next matchup, we have number 24 Michigan Wolverines going on the road to take on number 22 Illinois Fighting Illini. And I think this is going to be a close game. I think Michigan plays well in close games. We saw how they played against USC, winning 27-24 a few weeks ago. And I think a lot of that goes over into this game. I think it'll be down to whoever has the ball last, honestly. And I'm picking number 24 Michigan Wolverines to beat number 22 Illinois Fighting Illini. And in our next matchup, we have the number 21st ranked SMU Mustangs going on the road into California to take on the Stanford Cardinal. And I wouldn't be surprised if Stanford got a couple of scores up in this game. I think SMU, though, is going to be putting up a lot more than just a couple of scores. I think their running attack is going to help them well in being able to balance the pass and the run, as I'm picking the SMU Mustangs to beat the Stanford Cardinal. In our next matchup, we have the Auburn Tigers going on the road into Columbia as they are taking on number 19 ranked Missouri Tigers. And honestly, I look at this matchup and I think Luther Burden III is going to ball in this game. There's no question in my mind about it. Auburn struggles on the defensive side of the ball, especially defending the passing game. They struggle to beat Oklahoma, who's been struggling. So Auburn, definitely, I really don't see a top 25 win this week for the Tigers. I think Missouri comes out, picks up right from where they left off last week in Massachusetts, as I'm picking the Missouri Tigers to beat the Auburn Tigers. And up next on the 2024 College Football Week 8 prediction show, we have number 17 Kansas State Wildcats going on the road into Morgantown to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And this is going to be the second week in a row the West Virginia Mountaineers are hosting a top 20 opponent. And honestly, I think Kansas State is going to come in and establish the running game early. I think that's going to leave West Virginia vulnerable down the field. I think Kansas State's going to capitalize on a lot of these plays throughout the game, as I'm picking number 17 Kansas State to win in Morgantown against the West Virginia Mountaineers. In our next matchup, we have the Nebraska Cornhuskers going on the road to take on number 16 Indiana. And honestly, Nebraska could have Indiana on upset alert in this game. The Cornhuskers are 5-1 on the season despite being unranked. And if you told me that Nebraska deserves to be ranked, I could agree with you. They're good at the passing game. They're good on defense. They're good where it matters on both sides of the ball. And you could say Nebraska could upset Indiana, but I think Indiana's just got way too many weapons offensively, especially passing the football, as I'm picking the Indiana Hoosiers to beat the Nebraska Cornhuskers. In our next matchup, we have number 14 Texas A&M going on the road to Starkville to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And honestly, Texas A&M has been winners of their last 5 in a row, despite losing that first game of the season to Notre Dame. That's still 5-1 now, and Mississippi State has really been just plagued by a very difficult schedule. They had to play Texas, they had to play Georgia, now they got to play Texas A&M, and that's really hurt Mississippi State's chances of winning. Do I think they have a chance to win this game? Probably not. So give me the Texas A&M Aggies to beat the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And in our next matchup, we have the Oklahoma State Cowboys going on the road as they are at number 13 BYU. And BYU has been explosive this year. I look at BYU and I think of the beatdown they put on Kansas State, who beat Oklahoma State. I mean, I think this could potentially be another beatdown. And BYU is really proving to the entire country that they deserve to be in the college football playoff conversation, and week after week they do it. I don't think anything changes for the Cougars this week. Big win. I'm picking BYU to beat the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And up next on the 2024 College Football Week 8 prediction show, we have number 12 Notre Dame going on the road into Atlanta to take on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And Notre Dame is another one of those teams that since they lost to NIU, they have been winners of 4 straight, as all the momentum is now seemed to switch into Notre Dame's favor over the last 4 games. I really think that Notre Dame continues that going into Atlanta. I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia Tech gets up a couple of scores in this game, but I think Notre Dame is going to go berserk in this game. Give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to beat Georgia Tech. And in our next game, we have the Virginia Cavaliers going on the road to take on number 10 Clemson Tigers in Clemson. And honestly, I think Cade Klubnik is going to come out and have himself a game. I wouldn't be surprised if the man comes out and throws 3 touchdown passes. I don't think Virginia Cavaliers defense is going to be able to keep up with these fast Clemson receivers. And honestly, I think number 10 Clemson puts the beat down on Virginia Cavaliers. And in our next game, we have the UCF Golden Knights going on the road as they are at number 9 Iowa State Cyclones. And Iowa State is another one of those America's Cinderella stories. They have really been playing excellent football all the way in the top 10 now. I mean, they're really making some noise, and I don't think much changes. I think UCF might get in a score or 2 here, but I think Iowa State's just going to have their foot to the gas pedal the entire game. Give me number 9 Iowa State beating UCF. In our next matchup, we have number 8 LSU going on the road into Fayetteville to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, and this could be a trap game. Arkansas is very good at beating top 10 opponents at home. They proved it on October 5th when they beat Tennessee 19-14. So will LSU fall into that same trap, or will they come out and find a way to ball like they did against Ole Miss? I think LSU comes out, finds a way, and I'm picking the LSU Tigers to put the beat down on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Up next on the 2024 College Football Week 8 prediction show, we got Jalen Milroe and the Alabama Crimson Tide going on the road into Knoxville to take on Nico Iamaleava and the number 11 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. And honestly, over the last 2 weeks, these two teams have gone down very similar roads. Alabama got upset upset by Vanderbilt, and Tennessee got upset by Arkansas 2 weeks ago. Tennessee needed overtime to beat Florida this week. Alabama beat South Carolina by 2 in the final seconds of their game. So I think this could be a very even back and forth game. I think whoever has the ball last is going to win this game, as I'm picking the upset. I'm picking number 11 Tennessee beats Alabama for the second time in a row at home. And our next matchup, we have number 6 Miami Hurricanes going on the road to take on the Louisville Cardinal. And I think Cam Ward is going to come out and have a great game. I think he'll probably have at least 3 touchdown passes. I think Louisville will have the potential to definitely get on the board a few times here, but I don't think it's going to be as close of a game as a lot of people think. I think it'll be a 2, maybe even a 3 possession game. I'm picking the Miami Hurricanes to beat the Louisville Cardinal. And in our next matchup, we have number 2 Oregon going on the road to take on the Purdue Boilermakers. And I think Oregon's for real this year. They can run the football well. They can pass the football well. The defense does need some improvement after allowing 31 points to the Ohio State Buckeyes. But still, I think Oregon is going to be for real. I think Purdue, they're unranked. Purdue is good at upsetting teams, but they're good at upsetting Ohio State. I don't think Oregon's going to fall into that trap. Give me number 2 Oregon to beat Purdue. And now for the final game of the week, we have number 5 Georgia going on the road into Austin to take on the top-ranked team in the nation, the Texas Longhorns. Game of the week. And I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. I think this is going to be a very close game. I do think that Carson Beck comes out, throws 2 or 3 touchdown passes. I think Quentin Ewers comes out and throws 2 or 3 touchdown passes. And I really feel like the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns, are just a more complete team, especially after seeing the way Alabama ran through Georgia's defense a few weeks ago. I think Georgia's going to really struggle defending the Texas running game. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm picking number 1 Texas to beat number 5 Georgia in Austin. And that was the 2024 college football predictions week 8 show. What's your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.